I had a 17-day trip planned to Thailand, and we just had gone down to one of the temples for the day. We were just taking some pictures and just hanging out when that elephant and that guy came by, and he was hitting them over the head with a hammer while a tourist was just taking a ride and taking selfies while this was happening. If I was on top of that elephant and I didn't know nothing about it, I would have asked to get off like right away. And there was actually one elephant on the side of the road, kind of up, perched up, tied up as the advertisement for these elephant rides. It was just an elephant that had like a leash around it or a rope around its legs so it couldn't go anywhere. If that's not a warning sign to like not go to something like that, honestly, I don't know what would be. We didn't have any aspirations of going to any of these elephant rides, but when you are driven around by the taxi drivers, they kept trying to get us to go on these elephant rides, and we would drive past them. And I don't know how anybody would actually go on these elephant rides if you just go up and see it. These poor elephants just going around in circles, probably for hours on end. We were only there for like a few minutes just while they made us stop. And we're like, no, please take us somewhere. We're not doing it. We saw one or two elephants just kind of like tied up and just being held in a stationary position. And the elephants would just swing their heads round and round. And we were told the reason why they spin their heads is that they're going crazy because they have nothing else to do. They have nowhere to go. They're just abused, that the mental state of them is not very good, that they're just worked, going around in circles all day long. It's truly a saddening sight to see. I think the Thailand experience really gave me an eye-awakening moment. Maybe stuff that we don't think is that bad, maybe it really is. And it was one of the things that my friend and I decided to not only not go on any of these elephant rides, but hopefully let our friends and even strangers know, if please don't do that, to seek out other alternatives to see these majestic creatures. And one of the things that we did have planned was to actually go to an elephant sanctuary where we went to the Happy Elephant Home in Chiang Mai, which was a really great experience. There was only one baby elephant there, and he seemed to be like a baby elephant. He was very playful, very happy, and a little bit of a practical joker. You could tell he was just being a fun young baby elephant, as opposed to the ones that get taken away from their mothers. The elephants didn't work for us. There was no chains at all on these elephants, no hammers, no whip. The elephants were able to be in their own element. We chopped their food, the sugar cane. We were out there. They walked down to the water. We splashed them. None of the tourists that were there got on top of any elephant. It was just a very nice, natural experience. My main advice that we hope that people take away from this is to avoid those elephant rides. Maybe people think, oh, I get to ride an elephant is maybe something that you think is awesome and beautiful, but when you see it up close and personal, and just sit back and take a look for a minute and look at these elephants in that position, just being held captive. It's not a pleasant experience whatsoever, and something like a sanctuary will be a million times happier for both humans and elephants.